iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Good afternoon, race fans, and welcome to Turn 3 Racing Network. Tonight we got an absolute barn burner here at the Kansas Motor Speedway. We got 15 very fast drivers here in the Xfinity cars to do battle here for the Sportsman Series presented by ASRC. Be sure to check us out. Check out the club if you get a chance, that is at AmericanSimRacing.club.com. Geez, wish I could talk today, folks. As we wrap up the end of practice here, it's looking like the 710 machine of Dan Parmalee is at the top of the timing scoring. The 82 machine of Jerry Cochran is leading the blue division and is in P number 2. So, as Roger Muth in the booth says 15, yes sir, 15 tonight. We are still growing our car count. So, if you want to be a part of the racing action, be sure to jump on over. We do have some open pit stalls here, but it's going to be fun here with a dynamic track here of Kansas. We'll see multiple grooves, multiple lines being run as practice wraps on up here, and we'll head over to qualifying. We'll see who takes tonight's Quick Time Award presented by Quick Time Motorsports Media. I'm going to say that 710 machine's going to be hard to beat, but if anyone can do it, I'm going to go put my money on the 98 machine of Evan Coleman. We don't see Evan out here too often, but when he does, he has a pretty good impact here in the race, and so he's one that will have to stay on out and keep an eye out here as we look at the 98 machine out on track here as he gets it wound on up for his qualifying run. Now Kansas, the most cars we'll see tonight will be in the high lane, folks. With a little bit extra banking, you can haul just a little bit more corner speed than the bottom and get some massive runs off these corners. But with the dynamic track, that means drivers can go wherever they want. A little bit easier than if it's a non-dynamic track here on the iRacing simulator. As we see the 98 machine ripping around that top side through turns 1 and 2. Here he comes into turn number 3. We're going to get some great shots of these cars here tonight with the track camera pack presented by Track Cams 22. As Evan Coleman on lap number 1 goes to P number 2 on the timing and scoring. We'll see where he ends up here as we get to see here. We'll update the tower as the 98 machine gets loose off the corner. That will end his qualifying run and will put him at least P number 3 as we look to the 38 K&M machine of Dave Payton. He is getting warmed up here. Again, coming to his first time lap. Interesting, folks. We see him not run against the wall. We'll have to see what kind of lap time he goes. As we see a different line here from the 38 machine going to the bottom of the speedway. We'll have to see where that can put him. As Dan Parmley, the only driver in the 32nd bracket as of right now. Everyone else is a 31 and above with Eric Papanow with a 31.00. You see the K&M machine cross the line for his first time lap. He will go 10th quick. So he's looking to increase better that lap. He goes to the top this side and carrying a lot more speed here through turns 1 and 2. We'll see if he can carry this momentum here as he heads to turns 3 and 4 for the final time here in qualifying. He heads to the start finish line. The 38 machine will jump to P number 2. Cracks the 32nd barrier and will be starting outside pole unless some of these drivers still left to qualify. We have 4 of them yet to take a time. Right now we're looking at the 223 machine of Andrew Burr. As we see the 223 machine head into turns number 3 and 4 first time lap. A different line. We'll have to see where this puts him on the timing and scoring. Looking like 12th quick. We'll have to see if he can better that lap time here on his final time lap. 86th machine of John Sanu slots in on P number 9. So far looking like Dan Parmley will be able to hold on to quick time as we have 30 seconds left here. It looks like Nathan Henry will be the fastest time of the Blue Division drivers starting in P number 4 as that jumps Andrew Burr to P number 9, puts himself inside the top 10. As that will most likely wrap up qualifying here as we're in the final second. So the 710 machine of Dan the Man Parmley puts it on pole position. Dave Payton will be starting to his outside, and those will be our front 2 running drivers. As something to keep in mind, folks, we have a stage caution coming on lap number 25 here tonight at Kansas. So drivers will once again be racing to that mark, seeing how these cars handle, see what they're doing. As we look at pit lane here, we'll go through tonight's starting order. Dan Parmley in the 710 machine will be on pole for Papanow Performance E Motorsports. Dave Payton will be starting to his outside for RHU. Eric Papanow will be starting inside row number 2. Nathan Henry will be starting to his outside. in that 59 machine. Jeff O'Quinn in the 94 will make up the inside of row number 3 to his outside. Evan Coleman in the 98 machine. P number 7 will go to Brian Wilderson in the 951. Jerry Cochran the third is in P number 8 in the 81 machine. Andrew Burr in the 223 is in P number 9. Rounding out our top 10 for the starting order is John Sanu in the 86 machine. Justin Callahan in the 75 will be starting P number 11. Lee Campbell in the 27 will start P number 12. 13th goes to Jerry Cochran Jr. in the 82. Kyle Munson in the 28 machine will be in 15th. And rounding out our field tonight, John DeMeester in the Blue Deuce will start shotgun on the field. As a very stout field of cars here once again to do battle here at the Kansas Motor Speedway. Get ready for the Kansas Clash 100 as we do 100 laps around this place. As the lights are out on the iRacing pace car, this means next time by we will be going green flag racing here at Kansas. As be sure to let us know. Whoever's watching out at home, let us know your picks. I know Debbie Parmley's rooting for the 710 machine. Justin Pope lets us know that he's rooting for the Cochran duo tonight. So we'll wait for the 710 machine to fire on off. He gets a great start here. And we are green flag racing here at Kansas under the lights. 710 machine of Dan Parmley already jumps up to the top side, taking that preferred line. Looks like Eric Papanow in the 43 from the bottom, able to take the shorter way around, gets around the 38 machine of Dave Payton. As the 38 Can-Am machine will go not quite all the way to the bottom, but middle of the track here. That opens up the door for Nathan Henry around the top side. So Nathan Henry trying to get up into the podium positions here early as Dave Payne quickly losing some spots trying to run that bottom side. As he gets through the corner pretty well, but does not get a good run off. And that will be the story of tonight for that bottom side. So it looks like maybe one car with some trouble. The 27 AC Delco machine with some right side damage here early in this race and some rear. We saw, and a heavy bunch of front end damage. So some early trouble for the 27 machine. No yellow flag, so we stay green flag racing here. But that 27 machine will go a lap down here very soon. As we see the likes of Dan Parmley out in front here. Nathan Henry still under fire from Dave Payne. Dave Payne still not giving up on this bottom side. We got Evan Coleman bringing the run to the outside of Jeff O'Quinn. This is the battle for 5th position on this track. The 94 or the 9 cores machine down low. 98 of Evan Coleman up top. as right behind him, Brian Wilderson is right on their back bumper here, trying to see where to go on the speedway. As he then has Jerry Cochran the third behind him, Andrew Burr running in P number 9, trying out that inside lane, one of the few drivers, just like we saw the 38 machine. And then Kyle Munson, slider on the 86, just clears him coming off of turn number 4. That moves the 28 machine into the top 10. He is up 5 positions, so Kyle Munson is a man on a mission right now here, trying to get as many spots before this stage caution here on 25. As most of the field now again spread on out. But the 43 has reeled in the 710 machine, our race leader, so this might get interesting here. We saw these two duke it out there at Michigan last week. We'll see if they go toe-to-toe again. They are teammates, but they both want to win here. As both of our front two runners finished second and third last week to the likes of Tanner Tallarico. Sadly, the one machine not able to make it to Kansas here tonight, so that opens the door to anyone else to have a shot. And it looks like the 710, the 43, the 59, and the 38 all making the most of it here, as those four have checked on out compared to the rest of the field here early in this race. As it looks like a little bit further back, we got a battle going on here. The 98 of Evan Coleman, Brian Wilderson, and the 6 machine down low. These guys are going at it for Pete number 6 on the speedway. So a little bit of driver info. The bottom is a little bit better at saving the right front. You don't have to be, you don't carry as much speed, which there in case doesn't carry as much force, doesn't put as much wear on your tires as that top lane. That top lane will see these tires start to fade away a little bit quicker than that bottom lane. We'll see cars starting to get tight on entry and loose coming off with that extra speed. But it's just so fast to run up there that if you can run up there and run consistent, that it'll be hard to get around a driver. As we will go actually on board here with the 951 or the 6 painted on the side, just to see what he's seeing with a car right in front of him, how tricky it is, and then one car trying to get around him. That's the 223 of Andrew Burr you see in the mirror. So these guys racing hard for every position before this stage caution. As you can see, with a car right in front of you, it's very hard to see where your lift points are, especially on that top side where there's little to no room for mistake. You hear just how early you're in the throttle in this top side. As, oh man, trouble for the 38 machine K. It looks like the K&M machine bounced it off the wall coming off of turn number 4. Pretty good sent him into the grass, so that will move him out of P number 4 in a hurry, as that will be one of the trickiest parts to this high lane, is keeping it off the wall, whether that's on the tricky corner entry here if you come in too high, come in too hot, or the other very tricky spot is this wall right there, folks, right before where the safer barrier ends, as it sticks on out and can catch a driver out of it very quickly. As you see the 951 machine enter pretty low for the high lane, just making sure that he doesn't get close to that wall and tag it, because as we know with these Xfinity cars, I've been saying it, I'll keep on saying it again, they are very aero sensitive. Any sort of damage will slow them down through the corner, through the straightaway. You lose about 2/10. As we'll try and assess the damage to the 38 K&M machine. You see pretty flattened on both right sides, so he must have hit the wall pretty square because he got the both right front and right rear. He is currently running in the 12th position there, kind of on his own. As Kyle Munson and the 86 machine of John Sanu battling out here for P number 9 on the speedway. We saw the 28 green machine of Kyle Munson get around the 86 before. Now the 86 fighting on back here on the top side. As John Sanu kind of running away from the 28 machine, so that Luke transport machine may have figured something out in the middle of this run. That car's looking pretty sporty as we look back up to the front. Still about a 2-car length gap between the front runners. They have started to pull away from the 59 of Nathan Henry now. His car starting to fade here quickly. Might fall into the clutches of Jeff O'Quinn in a lap or two. As I know that 59 machine of Nathan Henry just praying for that, hoping that that stage caution comes out as quickly as possible, because he's got a long line of cars right behind him here. If that handling is truly going away on that 59 machine. Because it doesn't look like he has any, he does have some right rear damage, folks, so that may slow him down just a smidge as well. He almost shuts the door on Jeff O'Quinn. Not quite enough room, but the 9 machine will have a big run. We'll see where he goes with it as they go side by side down the backstretch here. This is the battle for P number 3 on the speedway. The 9 machine able to sail it on in their middle of the corner. Able to slide on up in front of the 59, get on the loud pedal as Nathan Henry gets into the wall again off of turn number 4. That time he definitely got the wall there with the right side, as now the 98 of Evan Coleman gets on around through the corner down low. Now the 951 of Brian Wilderson will try and do the same here in 3 and 4. As you see, folks, this race is such on the edge. You're really teetering in that rocking chair at this place, where you got to run fast, you got to run against the wall, but just takes one little mistake and your night can go bad in a hurry. As we look at the front here before the stage yellow, looks like the 710 machine pulling away from Eric Papanow just a little bit, but a strong showing early here from PPEM Motorsports. as this will be the last lap here under this first stage. Next time by, we'll complete this stage. Dan Parmalee looking pretty good. Nathan Henry falls all the way back to P number 9 with that right side damage. As we jump on board with him, we see the 86 machine, of John Sanu did get around him as well. As we jump back up to the front, it's looking like Dan Parmalee will win this stage, get 5 bonus points to the playoff run. Eric Papanow will bring it home in second for the stage. Jeff O'Quinn will be third. Evan Coleman in fourth, and Brian Wilderson will round out our top 5 as they run right now. As the field here catches the pace car. Finally, probably to it here on the backstretch. As I would have to bet, we'll have to see everyone come on in, take 4 virtual Goodyear tires, as well as filling it up with virtual Sunoco racing fuel. As the biggest mover so far in this race, Kyle Munson up 5 position. The biggest fall in this race so far, Dave Payton down 10 positions after that contact with the wall. As we see cars head down pit road here. As we see the crew's going to work on these cars. One car did stay out so far. That's the 223 machine of Andrew Burr. We'll have to see if he stays on out next time by from pit road, or if he just stayed on out to lead a lap. Only time will tell here in half a lap. As we see here, this will be the tell here if the 223 shoots on in or if he stays on out, and he stays on out, folks. So looks like the 223 will lead us to green here. Dan Parmalee comes out of pits in second. Evan Coleman up a bunch of positions, had a great stop there, and will restart in P number 3. Eric Papanow will restart P number 4. Jeff O'Quinn will restart in P number 5. So a little bit of race info while we get ready to go back racing here. We are at a 1.5 mile speedway of Kansas. They're in Kansas City, looking at a nice cool night, 66 degrees, track temperature 68 under the light, so not too hot. Gonna be nice and grippy here for these drivers. Of course, the ASRC Sportsman Series thanks all the viewers here tonight. Of course, ASRC is presented by QuickTime Motorsports Media, Mike's Customs Garage and Speed Shop, and the 399 Esports. Also, if you're interested in the racing action tonight here, be sure to check out AmericanSimRacingClub.com. That link shown at the bottom of your screen. As we see the 223 machine of Andrew Burr does come on in down pit road this time. He did want it to lead a lap under yellow there. So as the lights are extinguished on the iRacing pace car, the field will re-rack them, restack them here. The 710 machine of Dan Parmley will take over the race lead, starting to his outside Evan Coleman in the 98 machine. As I have a gut feeling, hopefully it's not an announcer's jinx, but I think we're going to go green flag race until the end of this race. As we get ready to go green flag racing here once again at Kansas. We'll wait for the iRacing pace car to jump down pit road. Now we'll wait for the 710 machine of Dan Parmley to fire on off. He fires on off here, gets a great start, about 5 car lengths now to the 43 machine and 98 balanced side by side. Eric Papanow will get clear of the 98. As we see some side-by-side racing action here a little bit further back in this pack. Trying to figure out who's on the move and who's saving. As we see the 38 machine of Dave Payton got the damage at least patched up on that machine and trying to run that low line here. As the 6 of Brian Wilderson up to P number 4 as they run. So he is making quick work of the 94 machine. Now sets his sights on third place, Evan Coleman here. You see all the drivers up top except for that lone driver. That'd be Dave Payton in that 38 K&N machine. That bottom side slowly starting to come in here as that top side gets more wear, gets more heat in it from all these cars running up there. But it's going to take a little bit for this top side to start fading away with this amount of cars at this racetrack. As Jeff O'Quinn right in front of these two battling for position. Jeff O'Quinn is currently our blue division leader, sitting in P number 5, but now under pressure from both Dave Payton and John Sinew. John Sinew looking to pass the 94 machine for the blue division lead. If he can clear him here, he will have the blue division lead. And it looks like he's able to clear the 94 machine. So give the blue division lead to the 86 machine, as he's looking pretty sporty here at Kansas. Dave Payton back up in the top 5 now. We'll have a little bit of a gap to reel back in these front runners, being made up of Brian Wilderson in 4th, Evan Coleman in 2nd, Eric Papanow still right on the bumper in 2nd of the race leader, that being the 710 machine of Dan Parmley. Dan the man Parmley has led every single green flag lap here tonight. Andrew Purr able to lead a lap or two under yellow flag there, but The 710 machine looking very strong. As long as he keeps that thing out of the wall, keeps from any major mistakes, he will be the car to beat here tonight. As Nathan Henry has started to close the gap on the 81 machine of Jared Cochran III. And as soon as I say that, he's losing a little bit of time, so. As all of these drivers from 6th through 9th here on track, all these drivers fighting for the blue division lead, as any of them could take it on over with a mistake from their fellow competitors. Everyone trying to see the pace of each other, what line they're running, and seeing if they can save their tires just a little bit better than their fellow competitors to try and get an edge over this long run here. I have a feeling we'll see drivers try to make it to about lap 60, 65-ish if I had to guess. We'll see some green flag pit stops here in about 20 laps or so, folks. These drivers, as the 6th machine of Wilderson gets around Evan Coleman, had a big run. Evan Coleman says, "You got the spot, man. This isn't the time to battle here at the beginning of a long green flag run." So he gives up the position. So that moves the 951 or the 6th machine painted on the car up to P number 3. And he's catching these race leaders, folks. Fun fact from the 951 of Wilderson, he's a pretty good dirt shoe, so it makes sense for him to be doing pretty well, ripping the top, ripping the lip, as they would say, in dirt, as he's pretty well used to running that close to a wall and really floating a car, really feeling it on the edge, kind of move around a little and be able to still control it with ease. See the 43 machine very close to that wall. Definitely felt that arrow effect of that wall. As these front runners are setting a blistering pace here. As battle here as they get around a lap car of the 27 machine. This is the battle for P number 7 on the speedway. The 81 machine able to defend it and keep the position from the hard charging 59 machine of Nathan Henry. As we look a little bit further on up, the 9 or 94 machine pretty much the Bill Elliott paint scheme guy. Jeff O'Quinn has reeled in the 38 of Dave Payton. As they are actually catching Evan Coleman as well, so this could get interesting in a hurry, folks. As Nathan Henry here gets passed by the 86 machine of John Sanu. As you see on the right side of the screen there, that fender with some openings in it, some wrinkle in that fender. So 86 machine does have some right side damage, and that's definitely going to impact the speed of that car, especially down the straightaways. As Eric Papineau has fallen back a little bit from the 710 machine of Dan Parmley and into the clutches of Brian Wilderson. Brian faking low, just making sure that the 43 machine of Papineau knows that he is there. As the 951 machine of Wilderson will get to the top side of Eric Papineau. The 43 sends it on in there, slides on up in front of him. He will then shoot it down low and cross him back over here, going down the front stretch. But this time by for the 910 machine. We'll see cross flags here, halfway down, halfway home in this race here. Will the 710 machine continue to follow those yellow brick road home, or will someone play spoiler here? As now that the 951 machine is in some fresh air, we'll have to check out some lap times here from these front two runners and see what the difference is, what the gap is, see which one's faster, as they are pretty close on times. As here we get the battle for the blue division lead here. Jerry Cochran, the third, to the inside of the 94, able to clear the pass. We'll see if Jeff O'Quinn has a run and gives a fight back. But the 81 machine will inherit P number 5, as well as take the blue division lead here on lap number 53. We got to talk to him last week out of Michigan. He's going to try and go 2 in a row for the blue division wins, as they have started to catch the 98 machine of Evan Coleman. You see that right front of that 98 machine is crinkled. He has some damage. That's why he is slower down these straightaways and lost all sorts of time to the race leaders. As we see the 81 machine get to the inside, 98 in the wall once again. That'll add some more damage to that car and slow him down to get past by not one car but 2 down the backstretch. With a little bit of time here, I say we head over to some crank it up action, and we'll let the cars do the talking for a few laps here at Kansas. As we get back to some commentating action here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, as we see second place Brian Wilderson click on over to lap number 60 here. Jerry Cochran is up to P number 3, but that is because the 43 of Eric Papanow pitted very early, folks. He's making up time on these drivers, but did he pit too early? Well, those tires come to bite him late in this race as these leaders are still staying on out. This is when I think the pit window will open for drivers to come down and take some tires. You see Dan Parmley with a healthy lead right now, but the 951 machine starting to get engulfed just a little bit from the drivers behind. Jerry Cochran the third looking very strong, and to the inside of Brian here into turn number 3. The 81 will float it on in there, slide just up in front by the time of corner exit, and give P number 2 to the 81 machine here. As Brian will try the crossover here, he just won't clear him as the 81 machine gets into the wall heading into turn number 1. That will slow down that car and make it much harder to pass, as they almost make contact down the backstretch. 81 will try the same move here once again into turn number 3. Most likely the 951 will once again get on the loud pedal, turn on down, and try and cross him over here one more time. This time he'll elect to push the 81 machine, but he can't sit back there too long, as now the 94 machine of Jeff O'Quinn right on the bumper as well here. As a little bit further back, Nathan Henry and John Sanu throwing punches at each other. Been going back and forth quite a few laps here. This is the battle for P number 7 on the speedway now that the 38 machine of Dave Payne is down pit road. He will most likely kick off green flag pit stops here on lap number 64 of 100. As it's a sad day here, folks. The Blue Deuce goes a lap down here at Kansas. John is the Iron Man himself from ASRC, one of the drivers. I'm pretty sure the driver with the most laps completed. As we see the 43 machine of Eric Papanow making quick work of this field there on fresh tires, running down this inside groove and passing cars like they're standing still. That just shows you the speed difference of tires. As you see Dan Parmley down pit road, same with Brian Wilderson, as they both make it down pit road, both make it to pit road speed. That would give the race lead to the 81 machine of Jerry Cochran III. As this time by, I heard a call down now. The 81 machine will be coming down pit road here, so we'll see how he gets down pit road. If he does it cleanly here, dives down onto the apron, gets on the binders, will bring the 94 machine of Jeff O'Quinn, as Kyle Munson with a spin down pit road got on the binders too hard on the rear brakes and looped that thing, got a little bit of nose damage, but losing a little bit of time. Justin Callahan also in that 75 Sitco machine. So most of the field has now pitted. The only two that have not are John Sanu and Nathan Henry. So the 86 machine will lead a lap here as green flag pit stops continue to cycle on through. as I hear from the team chatter, the 86 machine will be coming down pit road. And a tough break here for the 81 fans. He will have to come back down pit road. I think he got busted for speeding in pits, so you hate to see it, as he was in front of Dan Parmalee when that cycled on through, maybe because of the speeding, but a tough break there for the 81, as he has to serve a penalty. Right now, Nathan Henry continues to lead this race in the 59 machine, going for a long run here, trying to save that fresh set of tires as long as possible. We'll see how it plays on out. But right now, Eric Papanow with pitting 10 laps sooner than the rest of the field is about 10 seconds in front of Dan Parmalee. As we continue to look at the race leader, Nathan Henry now down pit road here on lap number 70. Whoa it on down. Gets a little out of shape, getting on the binders hard, able to get it done. And Eric Papanow will inherit the race lead off of turn number 4. Dan Parmalee clicking off the laps, already closing the gap to 8 seconds. We'll take a look at lap times here, folks, and see just how different the pace is between the front runners. It looks like each lap Dan Parmalee at least a half a second faster. So here in 15 laps or so, he should be able to get to the back bumper of Eric Papanow. That's if the 710 machine does not get the wall or make a mistake. As here, as they complete lap 71. The difference here is 4/10. So he continues to knock down the 43's lead here late in this race. As that time by Dan Parmalee, 7/10 here. As we look at as one car in the wall big time, that is Jeff O'Quinn in the 94 machine. The question is, did he get forced up in there? We'll check out the replay here. As of course it is in quarter speed. Let's try that again here, but at full speed. And see, looks like the 9 just got tight. The 98 of Evan Coleman, luckily not right on the back bumper. That could have ended very badly for both drivers. But the 94 machine now has some heavy right side damage, and that will slow down that car. As I was going to say, looking at the 38 machine of Dave Payton, that K&M machine, we should try and dial him up. But I don't think he's too keen into a WoW racing interview, so I don't think he would respond or pick up to if I try and ring him. So as Evan Coleman has caught the back bumper of the 38 K&M machine. As that time by for the 43, we see 25 laps to go in this race. As we see the lead continuing to diminish here for this 43 car. As it closes in on within 4 seconds now. This 43 machine's got to hope that these laps start clicking off faster than they are, as the 43 machine almost gets the wall there, hit those bumps in 1 and 2, and almost lost it. Luckily, he didn't. As we look at these drivers, Dave Payton now gets past from the 98 of Evan Coleman. So move the 98 back into P number 4 as they race Dave Payton now still in the top 5, but in P number 5. There's one car rolling off a pit road. That is Lee Campbell in the 27 AC Delco machine. As we look at the difference here, now the lead is down within 3 seconds here, as a 75 machine of Justin Callahan is a lap car here, not racing for a position with these front runners. As a 75 machine of Callahan in the wall, does an awesome job at collecting that car and keeping it straight and keeping it up to speed for the most part. But a tough break here as he is running in the P number 12 position, 2 laps down. As that time by, we get 20 laps to go here around Kansas. 30 miles left in this race. Can Eric Papanow hold on off Dan Parmley? It'll be one thing to catch him for the 710 machine, but this place is very hard to pass at. Will he be able to get the pass done? We will have to wait and see, as Dave Payton does get passed by Jeff O'Quinn there. Jeff O'Quinn is the highest running Blue Division driver out on track as of right now, running in the 5th position, but Dave Payton trying to regain that spot back as he looks to the inside of the 94 machine as, whoa, almost at contact there. As I heard from the team radio from the driver of the 38 K&M machine, he lost grip of the steering wheel and the wheel slid out of his hand. That's why that car went straight. As there is a battle for P number 8 heating up on the speedway. Nathan Henry looking to defend there. John Sanu on the attack in that 86 Luke Transport machine. As we look up at the race lead here for its 16 laps to go. Dan Parmley to the outside of Eric Papanow, and he will be in the preferred line here into turn number 1. And Eric Papanow gets on around the 710 machine, gets on around the 43 and reclaims the race lead here with 16 laps to go. Now the 710 will just have to hit his marks for 15 more laps, not get the wall or anything crazy, and he should be looking pretty well off. Brian Wilderson is still running in a solid P number 3. If he can hold off the 98 of Evan Coleman here on screen, we'll be talking to the man himself. But that 98 is slowly catching. But I don't think it'll be enough time here as we get 14 laps to go in this race. As Nathan Henry and John Sanu able to get around the 28 machine of Kyle Munson. That'll move them to 7th and 8th on the speedway. As Evan Coleman may start to become under fire here from the 94 machine of Jeff O'Quinn, as Evan Coleman got into the wall there, had to cut the wheel hard left. Somehow they did not make contact. And we see the 98 machine heading down low. As you see how hard he got into the wall, and now the 98 machine down on pit road. He might have to call it a night. Maybe got as we look at the race leader here, Dan Parmley. Dan, the man in the 710 machine, out here on a Sunday drive here, cruising on around. But Eric Papineau is starting to become under fire for P number 2. Brian Wilderson closing the gap as we see this time by 10 laps to go. 2 open palms from the flagman. We'll look at the battle heating up for second place on the speedway. We'll ride on board here once. Actually, we'll look back at the back bumper of the 43 machine as they head into turn number 1 here. The 951 is down low. The 43 machine is up top. We'll actually jump on out from this view. And the 6 machine, or the 951, able to complete the slide job and get around the 43 machine, as he is right against that wall, folks, but does not get it. So new P number 2, Brian Wilderson, gets around the 43 machine. As we look at our 4th place runner, the leader of the blue division, Jeff O'Quinn, looking to put in a solid last couple laps here. He is closing the gap to Eric Papineau, but will it be enough? We'll look at the times here and see just how close it is, as it's anywhere from 2/10 to almost 7. So if he can keep up this pace, folks, he should get to the back bumper of the 43 machine before this race is over, and we might have a battle for the podium spot. As that time by another half a second knocked on off. This 94 machine is coming. and will get to the back bumper of the 43 machine before this race is over. As this time by for the 910 machine, we see the 5 laps to go. As he continues to run this top lane, but not the very top. You see him inside the top lane groove, making sure he doesn't get close to the wall, make sure he doesn't make any mistakes. If he can keep this car clean for 4 more laps, Dan Parmley will get it done here tonight at Kansas. As the 94 machine of Jeff O'Quinn sends it into turn number 3, able to clear the 43. So give P number 3 to the 94. As Eric Papanow will try and mount up a run here, but he is on such old tires compared to these guys. He'll have to hope for a mistake from O'Quinn. As we get 3 laps to go for Dan Parmley at the start-finish line. He has a lap car that is the 28 of Kyle Munson with some heavy damage to that car. But that 28 is still running inside the top 10, running in P number 8. He is currently the first car a lap down. But this time by, the 710 machine will see popsicle sticks up in the air. 2 laps to go. 3 miles left in this race. As the 710 machine just wants to see this white flag. Once he sees that, he knows this race will be official. Doesn't have to worry about a yellow flag coming on out and think about strategy or restarts or anything crazy like that. As this time by, the 710 will see the white flag here at Kansas. You'll have to put together one final solid lap. Keep that thing off the wall. Keep that thing facing the right direction as he goes through turns 1 and 2 for the final time tonight. The 710 machine off the final corner here will get it done here at Kansas. He'll follow the yellow brick road and gets the win. Brian Wilderson will bring it home in second. Jeff O'Quinn will round out our podium and win the blue division. So we'll be talking to all 3 of these drivers here. As Dan Parmley gets his first oval win here at ASRC. So, a awesome job, awesome stuff here as we'll wait for the 710 machine to burn it on down here on the front stretch for all the fans at home. We gotta get a closer shot of these burnouts, folks. As we see the 710 machine burning it down for his first oval victory here at ASRC. We'll go talk to our top 3, but first we will go to commercial break. On the other side, we'll get ready with some interviews.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
As we come back to Kansas Motor Speedway, we will dial up our third place finisher, Jeff O'Quinn, and our Blue Division winner. Jeff, do you got a copy? It's Brett the Jet in the booth here.
I got you.
Alrighty, man. First and foremost, congratulations on the Blue Division win as well as the third place here tonight. How was this car and how difficult was it to keep it off the wall tonight?
It was really fun and really difficult for me. It was fun though. I mean, when I first got into the practice session, I didn't think this race was going to be that much fun. Then once everything moved towards the wall, it was really good.
Yeah, these cars not only get tight on corner entry and you got to keep it off the wall, but what a lot of people don't realize is it starts to burn off the right rear pretty quick. Is that what started happening to this 94 machine here tonight?
Oh yeah, big time.
As that makes for some fun racing, like you said, Jeff. But overall, gets the blue win here tonight. That's got to help the championship fight. Are you looking at that at all here as we are approaching midway of our regular season?
I mean, not really. It's I guess cool to be in the fight for the Blue Division, but I'm just here to have fun and race with these guys and just have a little fun. That's about it.
Oh man, well, like you said, a loose race car is always a blast, and to bring it home Pete number 3 with the competition here tonight, always a good pat on the back. But Jeff, before we let you go and celebrate this Blue Division win and this third place finish, I'm sure there's got to be a whole bunch of people you got to thank for this 94 machine here tonight.
Just thank you guys for the broadcast and for everybody in the league and everybody that runs it and puts the time and effort in. We really appreciate it. And congrats to Dan on the win and Brian for the second place.
Alrighty, well, awesome stuff, Jeff. Congrats on your third place. Like I said, that's nothing to slouch at here at this league. Go celebrate the Blue Division win and have yourself a great rest of the night.
Thanks, Brad.
Alrighty, folks, that was our third place finisher. Now we'll dial up our runner-up finisher. Brian, do you got a copy? It's Brett the Jet in the booth here.
Hey, Brett, I hear you loud and clear.
Alrighty, man. How was this car tonight, and how much fun did you have racing at Kansas?
Well, I had a blast. I remember always having a blast here at Kansas, and I just had a chance to run the series here tonight and just hopped in and just tried to see what I can do with these guys.
Yeah, it definitely looked like you're having a blast out here with this car. I know you have a lot of dirt experience, Brian. Did that help tonight as you had to run that close to the wall, and especially with the loose race car that it turned into after a few laps?
Oh, yeah, the dirt experience definitely helped. I actually thought the car was a little bit tight throughout the night, but I hit the wall about halfway through the race, and that tightened it up quite a bit. And so I wasn't really having any problems with it being loose, but yeah, that dirt experience definitely makes it feel like there's a cushion up there. I guess you feel that little bit of an air cushion against the wall, and helps you keep it right up there in the quick part of the racetrack.
Well, yeah, it was impressive to see as Brian, I think you were one of the closest many of times against the wall without making contact. So it was very impressive to see, at least from me in the booth, how much car control you had tonight to put it against the wall, let's say, without actually touching it.
Yeah, and everybody out here tonight was incredibly accurate and able to keep their cars just off the wall. I only saw one or two cars get into the wall tonight, myself included. So props to all the drivers that were in this race here tonight.
Yeah, Brian. Well, hopefully we continue to see you come on out, because usually you put your hand in the race most of the time. It's awesome to see this machine out here running strong like it should be. And yeah, hopefully talking to you more in the future. But before we let you go and celebrate this runner-up finish, I'm going to go open up the floor to you to thank whoever you need to for this 951 team here tonight.
Just got to thank the American Sim Racing Club for putting these races on. They do an excellent job with all of their series. and the Tag Rate Property Management Group for supporting the series.
Alrighty, well, thank you very much, Brian. Go celebrate this runner-up finish. It was a blast watching you here tonight, and look forward to seeing you out on track some more.
Thanks, Britt.
Alrighty, folks. Now we'll go down to Victory Lane and dial up the 710 machine of Dan the Man Parmalee. Dan, do you got a copy? It's Brett the Jet in the booth.
Got you loud and clear, Brett. How you doing?
Oh, man, pretty good, but not as good, I think, as a 710 machine. You got it done on an oval, Dan. What does it mean, and how stressed were you at those last couple laps praying for no yellow?
Oh, you said it exactly. And we got to 20 to go. You know, it was eggshells the whole way to the finish, just hoping we didn't get that yellow. But once I took white flag, some of the nerves went away. And I still can't believe that I just won on an oval in this league. I mean, I got that Road America win last year, and we're going to a road course in 2 weeks. But it's definitely great to get an oval win out of the way.
Yeah, Dan, you had some killer pace, not just tonight, but the last couple weeks. You said it last week. You're going for one spot better, and you did that tonight, man. It was awesome to watch. You had some killer pace. And like you said, running on eggshells those last 20 laps once you got around the 43 machine. I mean, how was it to dive it in every corner, especially against the wall like that?
I'm definitely not comfortable doing this wall riding thing, but maybe I got some kind of knack for it because, I mean, we were quick in practice, qualified on the pole, and then managed to pretty much hold the lead the whole race. So maybe I am more comfortable than I thought running up there against the concrete.
Yeah, and Dan, to add to that, you're one of the very few cars with a clean race car. Most of the rest of the field got some sort of right side damage, and you kept that 710 machine somehow clean all night. You did do the trifecta, Dan, qualifying on the pole, won the stage, and, of course, won the big show. So you had a ton of speed, and it was very impressive to watch. That was for sure. What'd you think of the car? Did it start getting tight or loose, or what'd you think of the setup as well?
I thought it was pretty good. I mean, there were definitely a few moments, I think, either I would drive it in just a little lower than I meant to or just a little bit deeper, and I'd feel it start to push up against the wall. But I'd just, take it a little bit easier the next time around and just find where the car wanted to be and where the throttle point was. And especially, too, as we got deeper into the run, I was definitely carrying just a little bit of brake on the entry. But overall, it felt really solid. There were times I thought I was losing the pace, but I was still able to put down some good laps and even create a larger margin of victory than I thought I could.
Yeah, Dan, it was definitely very impressive. I know I said that a million times. I'll keep on saying it because it was definitely awesome to watch. But, Dan, before we let you go and celebrate it down in Victory Lane, I'm going to go give the mic over to you to thank all the sponsors and whoever you need to for the 710 machine. I know it's a popular win in the YouTube chat lands.
Oh, man, I definitely got to give a shout-out to the family. I know they're watching. Give a shout-out to the wife for letting me take time away from her to come out here and do this iRacing thing. And Taggeray for sponsoring the series, and LibertyLive.Church, one of the team sponsors, and Turn 3 and you for carrying the race. It's always great to come out here.
All righty, Dan. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I'll let you go celebrate it with your guys down in Victory Lane. I'm going to go wrap up in the booth, but I'll meet you down here once I finish on up. You have yourself a great night, and go enjoy it, Dan. You definitely earned it.
Thank you, Brad. We'll talk to you in a bit.
All righty, folks. That was our race winner, Dan Parmalee, in the 710 machine. Gets it done here tonight in a great fashion. So, folks, we will wrap up with the finishing order of tonight's race here on screen. Dan Parmalee, Dan the man for PPEM, gets it done in the 710 machine. Brings home the win at Kansas. Brian Wilderson in the 951 brings it home in second. And rounding out our top three, Jeff O'Quinn in the 94 also wins the blue division. Eric Papineau hangs on to finish in P number 4. Dave Payton in the 38 machine will round out our top 5. Bringing it home in P number 6, Nathan Henry in the 59 machine. John Sanu in the 86 brings it home in P number 7. 8th goes to Kyle Munson in the 28. 9th goes to Jerry Cochran, the 3rd. After we saw him get in trouble on pit road, was not able to rebound as the race stayed green. And John DeMeester, the Blue Deuce, sneaks his way in the top 10, picks up another top 10 finish. Jerry Cochran Jr. in the 82 finishes in P11. 12th goes to Evan Coleman in the 98. 13th is Justin Callahan in the 75. 14th is Lee Campbell in the 27. And rounding out our field tonight, finishing in P number 15, Andrew Burr in the 223. So another great race tonight, folks, as we wrap up race number 8 of the ASRC Sportsman Series here at Kansas. Got to, of course, give a big shout-out to all the live viewers. Got to give a shout-out to all the commenters, Roger, Debbie, Justin. Thank you guys for chatting up with me, keeping me entertained here in the booth, as well as got to give a shout-out to all the replay viewers for tuning on in and checking it out. This has been Brett the Jet from Turn 3 Racing Network. Everyone have a great rest of your night. Stay safe, and see you guys all next week. Same time, same place. Be sure to check out the other racing action here at Turn 3 Racing Network throughout the week. This has been Brett the Jet. Everyone have a good night. And remember, just flew by you. Have a good one.